pag-uusapan natin sa video na to, Mar?
So for this episode, we'll be talking about intentional living.
Intentional living. So, we invited someone who is knowledgeable about intentional living para malaman naman natin about new knowledge.
So she is Mariel Rodriguez, aka This Girl, and she is an organization extraordinary.
Hi!
Okay, hello. Hi, Teacher Joyce. Hi, Matthews. Hi, thanks for inviting me. Thanks for reaching out to me to guest in your EduKuizon series. I hope you learn a thing or two. I realized my love for this goes on something deeper. Hindi lang siya something to look back on na random lang. Pero I realized na it reveals how I operate best on a day-to-day basis. Which is why I created the List Girl, the brand. Si List Girl credo niya is intentional living. So this is where everything on List Girl revolves around intentional living. It aligns your actions to your goals and to your set of values. You want to have cohesion in your life. Kasi cohesion gives us peace. That is where intentional living comes in. And yung entry point dyan is North Star. So when we know our why, we move on to our values. What values do you hold for your relationships, for your finances, for your health? When we have set our values, we move on to our goals. So when you create your goal, sobrang gas-gas, pero sobrang helpful to make it smart. Yung specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. So, ayan po. When we set, kapag okay na tayo sa goals, we move on to action steps. Action steps. So, yung iba po, ang ginagawa dito is magde-design sila ng ideal day nila. Medyo extra. Siguro it doesn't work for everybody. Pero if it works for you, it's something to try. Dine-design nila yung ideal day nila. For me, I did this pero ideal week. Kasi nga, I work as an IT sales, as an account manager. And I'm there for my clients from pre-sales to post-sales to retention. Tapos hindi lang clients ang kinakausap ko, even internal sa office namin. So yung day-to-day ko and hour-to-hour, iba-iba. Pero gumawa pa rin ako ng ideal week ko. And yung sinabi ko kanina sa'yo, I make sure na I make a leeway. This is just a skeleton. Hindi dapat ako masyadong rigid na, pag hindi ito nasunod, panic na ako. Hindi dapat ganun. And for action steps, yung mga tasks natin can have subtasks. So it's important na we list them down also. Kasi paminsan yung mga maliliit na bagay, yun yung mga nakakalimutan. And the devil is in the details, diba? So yun, it's important with our action steps sa mga tasks natin, we learn to automate them. Those that we can automate, take advantage na sa technology. For example, yung auto-debit, pag nagbabayad ng bills, hindi kailangan ng masyadong maraming effort. Kung kaya mo naman gawin ng madali, why not, diba? And reduce redundancy in your system. So, siguro sakit ng mga planner, as in yung mga planner person, is puro plan na lang sila. Nagplan na sila sa planner nila, tapos sa phone pa, tapos meron pa sa laptop, tapos iba't ibang apps pa. So, it's important na i-reduce natin yung redundancy so that we can make time for execution. Important din aspect in action steps, di ba? We need to acknowledge na when we say yes to do these things, we need to acknowledge that we are also saying no. Kasi we can't do everything. We cannot be everything to every person.
Yes, tama.
Or else, mara-run dry tayo.
I like that.
Mababurn out tayo. So, ako, I'm a no person. So, this is no problem for me.
Let's girl question. How do you respectfully say no to the people you work with? Or the people na kasama mo? How do you say no?
Usually kasi yung mga no, hindi naman exactly parang no. Ito, kunwari, it just means na you are setting boundaries. When you say no, you're just setting boundaries for yourself. Kumbaga, allowances siya. You are allowed say na I am not comfortable with this, I cannot do this now. Yung free time ko does not automatically mean that I am available.
Yes, tama.
Or kaya, I do not permit this. Kunyari sa friends na mas kaya mo kausapin, na ganitong level, na May line sila na you cannot cross. Hanggang dito ka lang. Parang gano'n.
Yung ideal day mo, dun mo ba siya binibase kung kailan ka mag-say ng no to people?
Hindi naman exactly. I feel like yung system ko kasi sobrang kabisado ko na. So I know when to say no. I know kapag kaya ko tong gawin. Or, kunwari, mag-accept ako ng
Okay.
load. Pero hanggang dito lang.
Okay.
Tapos kapag hindi ko kaya, I communicate it na pwede bang nag-negotiate ako.
Ah.
Minsan saying no or setting boundaries is not completely saying no. Or sabi na, pwede ko ba siyang ganito gawin? Pwede bang hanggang dito? Manghingi ako ng
Okay.
extension, etc. Oo. We just negotiate. Pero pwede rin yung no lang. Babasta din, no. Kunwari, nagda-diet ka. Tara, rice tayo. Second, extra rice. No. Nagda-diet ako. When you say no naman, hindi mo naman sila binabastos. Allowed ka to do it. Hindi ka obliged to say yes to everything that they're asking you.
Your no should mean no, and your yes should mean yes.
Yes. Not maybe. Yes.
Yes.
In fact, even with my phone, sasabihan ko yung phone ko na hanggang dito ka lang. That is why I make sure na yung notification settings ko is customized. Kung I want to save money, so yung mga notifications ko on Shopee and Lazada, naka-off yan. Pag hindi kaya, uninstall. If I want to manage focus, tiniturn off ko naman yung notification on social media or kaya hindi pwede na completely off this type of notification. Usually naman ano bang term? Yung term kasi naisip ko IT rin granulated. Parang nabe-breakdown yung notification settings, diba? Hindi naman off na off. Kapag gusto mong off yung Facebook, lahat na ng notifications is off. Pwede kapag nag-live yung person na to, diba? Hindi mo naman kailangan makuha yung notification na yun. So you can turn that off. Or kaya sa mga groups na sinasalihan natin, we can choose na ma-notify lang kapag yung friend natin nagpo-post. Usually, ganun yung ginagawa ko when I join groups. Kasi yung mga notifications, they are there because the app developers want us to stay in their apps. Kasi dun sila nagpo-profit So they will try to alert us for everything. So personally ako, I hate notifications. Siguro kung kunwari, you have friend kita, tapos bibigyan mo sa akin phone mo, tapos ang daming notification, natapon ko na lang. Gusto ko itapon. Kasi ako, when I receive notifications, I need to attend to it right away. Hindi ko naman pwedeng i-X kasi di ba nakaka-paranoid. And it's when I receive notification, I attend to it right away. And which is unhealthy, kaya importante na we edit our notification setting. And importante din siguro yun with our friends. Dapat maintindihan din nila na they don't have access to you 24/7.
Yes, tama. Agree.
Kung tunay mo silang kaibigan, naiintindihan nila yun, na you have life also. Living intentionally, ang prerequisite niya, parang schoolwork lang. Ang requirements to living intentionally is tracking our progress. So, it includes functional planning and functional organization. So, important yung word na functional. We need to put premium and function so that we can have structure sa self-actualization natin. So, paano ba yung nangyayari? Yeah, structured self-actualization. Masyadong profound, masyadong big idea. Pero paano ba ito nangyayari? It's just basically, when you plan, yung abstract goals natin, they become more attainable. You know exactly yung next step mo. Hindi ka parang, okay, I need to do this. Ano nang gagawin ko? Hindi ka mal-lost. When you organize with function in mind, you assess how you live and how you want to live. For example, you want to have access to something. Di ba, hindi mo naman siya ilalagay to somewhere na mahirap abutin. Kunwari, yung phones natin, it's the first and last thing na hinahawakan natin before and after sleep. If we want to change that, we could designate another location where we could put it. We put our books in this place so that we remember to read them. And we put things we often need on the front of our bags para hindi tayo naghahalukay. Kunyari, ang sikip-sikip sa MRT tapos nasa loob na loob pa ng bag mo yung card. I'm just basically saying na ginagawa na naman natin to. We just need to commit to it. And this one could come in various forms. For example, KonMari Method by Marie Kondo. Familiar po kayo? Napanood nyo ba yung Netflix series nila?
Yes.
Oo. Before, nag-spring cleaning lang ako. I tried doing this when I learned about it. Basically, it's just we tidy by category. Tapos, kinikip lang natin yung mga things natin na nagsispark ng joy sa atin. Tapos, we organize them based on how we use them in the easiest way na i-maintain natin sila. Para hindi sila ganun mabilis magulo.
Ito bang KonMari method, parang periodically mo siya ginagawa? Parang ako kasi pag nagde-declutter, for example, sa damit ko, tsaka sa books ko,
Oo.
may period lang na parang sine-separate ko yung gusto ko tsaka papamigay ko na.
Ideally, part of the KonMari method, after ka mag-discard, after mo mag-declutter, is yung part na dapat yung binibili mo is those that matter to you, those that spark joy in you. And you don't buy too many things of the same thing. Tapos another thing is yung Get Things Done by David Allen. A lot of bullet journalists incorporate this in their planners. It's basically where we capture, clarify, and then organize, reflect, and engage our task. Para siyang system lang. And then, we need to track the money coming in and out. So, di ba, isa sa mga aspects ng life natin na tinake down natin kanina is finances. So, I feel like this is the first step to any financial goals. You need to know where you are and assess if your money is being used wisely. For example, ang dami mong pera, million sa account mo, and it looks like you can afford to invest in this or that. Pero if you don't track your expenses, you are already making a mistake. So, tama si Suzanne sa last episode ng EduKuizon. FA ko nga pala siya.
Same.
When you start working, you set a budget and you track your expenses. Number 2, very important that you track your expenses. Kasi, as I always say, kung hindi mo alam saan napupunta yung pera mo, you are already losing money.
Kasi diba, how will you know that you can afford something? Kasi hindi magzizero yung account mo when you spend this. Mali. Paano mo malalaman if nagalaw na yung emergency fund mo? Yung emergency fund is 3 to 6 months na expenses mo. So you really need to assess how you spend your money. Wallet by Budget Baker. Sobrang helpful kasi meron siya sa Android, pwede din sa laptop. Nilalag ko dyan yung expenses ko tsaka income. Tapos may reports din dyan, pwede ka maggawa ng budget.
Nakikita po ba dyan kung nag-over budget ka na?
Oo, nag-red. Tapos may balance trend din, katulad ng nandito. So, alam mo kung kailan ka mayaman. Tapos meron din yung sa expenses structure. So, aling part ng buhay mo yung pinakamagastos. Sa ngayon, sa akin yung aso ko eh. And then, yung kanina ko pa sinasabi, bullet journaling. This one I've been doing since 2015. So, bullet journaling is basically a planner system where you can have a catch-all notebook. So, lahat doon ilalagay mo. And ang idea nun, ang intention doon is to do it fast. Nag-rapid log ka. Kasi 'di ba yung mind natin, it can run too fast sometimes. And yung day masyado mabilis paminsan. So, ito yung system for that. We can capture the things in our lives fast. And in my bullet journal, naglalagay din ako ng habit tracker. It's where you could track yung progress for recurring tasks. Yung mga tasks na umuulit-ulit per day, per week. Habit tracker yung tawag sa kanya. For example, gusto mo mag-exercise daily, or kaya drink vitamins, skincare, etc. So this is where you put it. Pero dito, nilalagay ko din yung mga weekly, or kaya nilalagay ko rin yung shaving, haircut, threading. For example, for me, kailangan ko siyang i-track talaga. Kasi I have bushy eyebrows. Nagugubat talaga yan. So every 3 weeks, dapat nagpapathread ako. Pero pre-pandemic yun. This one, 8-month-old. 8-month-old na siya. So, tinatracker yun dito yung period ko. Sorry sa mga
period kasama
girl things. Oo. Tinatracker yun the number of sleep that I get. Kasi medyo night owl. Pero paminsan wala na rin tulog. Kaya kong mag-operate paminsan. Ang hirap kasi akong makatulog. So, I tend to split.
May question po ako.
Mm-mm.
May ganito po talagang planner kasama ni habit tracker?
Oh, actually, babanggitin ka later.
Okay.
Isa din sa ginagawa ko, for bullet journaling, meron silang tinatawag na migration. Kapag nagma-migration, we do this monthly. We review the past month, tapos titignan natin yung mga uncompleted tasks, or kaya yung mga items na we need to work on, and then minamigrate natin to the next month. Pero kung hindi na siya relevant, we strike it out. Or kapag gusto mo pa naman siyang gawin, pero hindi siya applicable for the next month, lalagyan natin siya sa future log. Pero isa ring alternative is review and plan. Yun din naman essentially yung thought niya. So, i-review mo yung past month so that you, and then later on, plan the next month. Yan. Yung habit tracker, tsaka yung review and plan na spreads, these are available sa 2021 Mosseri Dated Planner. Ito yun. Yun yung sinabi ko kanina. So, this is the Kumu Revit design. Ito yung what I have. Ito. Tada! Meron na ako. But I will also open pre-orders soon. Okay lang ba sabihin?
Yes po.
Oo.
Yes.
Okay. But I will also open pre-orders soon. I'm just getting the logistics done. Pero, ayun. If interested ka, I also have a flip through of the planner so you can see the insides kasi importante yun sa mga planners eh. Importante yung design sa cover pero mas importante yung laman. Oo. And it's also available in other designs. Ito lang yung lagi na lang ginagamit sa mga publication materials nila, sa mga posts.
Limited stocks lang po siya.
Limited
lang po ba yung release?
Actually, pre-order siya. So, upon order, doon ako mag-order.
Okay.
I think marami namang stocks yan. So, ito yung ibang mga planner designs.
Nice.
Ito sunlight ata tawag. And then, yung iba na medyo simple, yung iba kasi parang girl na girl daw. Pero merong black, ito navy blue, and then yellow, may maroon din. Just go and check it out at mosseri.co.
Okay.
Para makasave ka sa shipping fee, pwede kang mag-join sa pasabay ko. So, with sa pre-order, you could stay updated on thisgirl.co and sa Instagram and Facebook at thisgirlco. Ayun lang po. Do you have any questions?
Ikaw, may question ka? Ako ngayon. Wala akong question. Pero meron akong realization.
Yes po.
Dahil po dun sa pinakita nyo kaninang values, parang yun yung striking part sa akin. Parang I have
Value.
yung values. Kailangan ko pang parang kailangan ko pa siyang punan. Yung mga categories na yun. I have to work on it para may malaki ako dun sa category. Saka para mas mag-stick ako sa mga gusto ko, sa goals ko.
Kasi important yun eh. Kakanood ko lang ata ng Alone Together. Napanood mo ba sa Netflix? Ba't nilabas lang? si Liza doon, yung character niya, meron siyang internal conflict. Kasi ito yung goal niya. Gusto niyang maging, ano bang tawag doon?
Yung about sa museum and art.
Basta yung nag-ano sa museum.
Okay.
And then, ang ginagawa niya is, yung first step niya is to join the non-profit organization. Tapos nag-work siya doon to gain experience. Pero ang internal conflict niya is is against dun sa value niya, which is yung may nakikita na siyang mali dun sa boss niya. May anomaly na nangyayari.
Correct. Hindi niya pinigil.
Maganda ding guide din sa atin. So that when we achieve our goals, proud tayo na wala tayong ginawang masama. Nag-adhere tayo sa mga values na we have.
May question po ulit ako. May question. Yung sa values niyo, ano po kayo nakatulong sa inyo para ma-figure out ano ba yung mga values?
Sabi nga na, what makes you angry?
What makes you angry? Pero bukod doon, baka may iba pa siya na nakatulong sa kanya para niya i-figure out. Kasi ako, parang caught off guard ako sa tanong niya, ano bang values mo doon sa mga category na yan?
Church kid kasi ako, tapos writing major pa ako. Lumaki ako sa church, tapos may mga groups, tapos lagi yung tatanong. Pero siguro yung with other people na hindi sanay sa mga ganong tanong, yun nga, yung sinabi ko kanina, what makes you angry? Kasi ang angry naman, it's not the opposite of love. Sometimes, nagagalit tayo kasi ang nagdadrive sa atin, yung love natin for something. Tapos na violate nito, kaya nagiging nagagalit tayo. So, ako, kunwari, siguro medyo petty, pero sa work, naaasar talaga ako kapag hindi efficient yung katrabaho. Yung parang paulit-ulit na lang. So, I know na binavalue ko efficient. Kailangan efficient yung work, yung transaction natin.
Ako, masasabi ko sa topic niyo po, masasabi ko na very broad talaga siya. Kasi intentional living, hindi ko marami siyang saklaw. Marami siyang branches.
Yes. And yung intentional living, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, so yun, kailangan pa natin alamin.
I think most people na my age are just winging it in life. Wala silang clear goal, wala silang clear destination. Kung ano ba talagang gusto nilang gawin. Hindi nila alam yung values na ina-uphold nila, like me. I think this will be beneficial, this episode. Ayun.
Okay.
May ano pa po ba kayo? Ikaw, may last word ka ba? I think I've said enough. Thank you. May last word ka
Ay, ako ba? Ayun, again, thank you for inviting me. Sana this is something that could help you, especially malapit na mag-2021. Parang yung 2020 natin is na-hold on pause, diba? So, 2021 is a good way to restart. This pandemic, marami sa atin yung constantly nagre-restart, and that's okay. So, ayun. Intentional living, it would help you so that mas align yung path mo.
Thank you so much po.
I have learned so
Thank you.
Thank you very much po sa value na binigay.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Teacher Joy.
Bye-bye. Thank you po.